What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to give you one of my top tricks for business growth. We call it the what would they do trick. Let's dive in. Hey, well, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. Just a reminder for those of you watching this on YouTube, check out the Handmade Business Secrets podcast. You can listen to all this woodworking and handmade business advice while you're driving down the road or while you're sanding that thing that's going to take you 3 hours to sand, right? This stuff can help you out, and you don't have to be in front of it watching it on YouTube. So today's video is a unique video. I really like this topic because it's one of my best tips that I can give somebody and that I use to try to really identify areas for growth inside of my own business and to help other people do it too. We call this the what would they do trick. What you want to do is you want to say, okay, I want to grow my business. So who is the number one person or company that I know inside of my arena? So if you are a custom furniture company, who's the category king inside of woodworking business owners, woodworking companies, okay? Who can you go find inside of your niche, inside of your industry, that is the category king? Then the question that you ask yourself is, what would they do in my business in order to grow it? What's the first thing that they would do? If they looked at my business, what would they change in order to grow my business? For me, as a woodworker, a custom furniture company, James & James, we talk about James & James periodically here on the channel. They are, without a doubt right now, the category king in handcrafted solid wood furniture, okay? Now, obviously, there's tons of different imported furniture companies, but to be American made of solid wood, that I would view as a direct competitor to us that's further down the road, they've figured out how to dominate. I actually have spoken with James. That company did, I believe, $28 million in sales in 2022. Their revenue was astronomical, right? And so when we look at that and we see how big they've gotten and how they do it, we really have to take their strategies and what we can notice about their business very seriously. Let's say that I wasn't the owner and I was just the CEO, and there was a board that elected the CEO to the company or could fire the CEO, and they fired me. Imagine if the board of my company fired me as the CEO and brought in the owner of James & James. What would be the very first thing that they would recommend? And you may know this and you may not, but we live under the assumptions of like, okay, based on how they run their business, based on what I can see, what are some immediate changes that I would need to make? And so that should allow us to really make it very clear the things we should take serious when we're trying to grow our business. There are some things that we put off because they seem like it would be a good idea, but it's not urgent. But those are the things that are actually going to take us where we want to go. It's the important but not urgent things that are actually where all of our growth is going to come from. This is a quick tool. This will be a really short video. I didn't want to make a very long video about it, but I wanted to give you kind of this frame, this mentality of, number one, who's your category king? Who's the company or the person in your niche, the thing that you're trying to do that's crushing it? Crushing it on another level. And there's levels to this, guys. A lot of you guys are, doing $3,000 to $10,000 a month, and you're watching me and you're like, man, I can't wait to get to $70,000 a month, which is around where we're at right now. But then here I am at $70,000 a month, and I'm watching these other companies that are doing 3 or 4 million a year, or they're doing 28 million a year, like James & James, right? So we have to start identifying, how are they crushing it? What do I need to do in order to crush it on the level that they're doing it? So with that being said, I got a couple resources for you. Number one, got our free ebook down below, the Handmade Business Secrets ebook, and this is 90 pages of my best advice on how to start from scratch and grow your handmade or your woodworking business. You're going to find it super valuable. We've had over 1,000 people now read that book, and we've gotten a ton of great feedback around it. The second thing I want to share with you is the Handmade Hero Academy, and that program is packed full of all the strategies, systems, thoughts around growing beyond $10,000 a month. It's everything that I use to get beyond $10,000 a month inside my own business. And then lastly, if you're a woodworker trying to scale your woodworking business to some major numbers, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per month, be sure to check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. So with that being said, love you all. I'll see you in the next one.